NASA's newest administrator has just wrapped up his first official visit to Hampton Roads. Jim Bridenstine went to the NASA Langley Research Center in Hampton this afternoon. It's the first time he's been since he was sworn in as administrator back in April. He met with employees and toured the facility. Right now, crews there are researching how to develop lightweight spacecraft that could take astronauts to the moon and Mars.
We have more opportunity than ever before to go not just back to the moon, I like to say forward to the moon, and do it in a sustainable way so that this time when we go, we're going to be there to stay.
Now, you may remember Democrats were strongly opposed to Bridenstine becoming NASA administrator because of his views on climate change. He says he used to be doubtful, but now believes humans are responsible for it. Crews at NASA Wallops Island decided to postpone a rocket launch that was supposed to happen today. You're looking at the Aspire 3 rocket that was supposed to lift off this morning. NASA says it wants more time to adjust the payload and test the rocket's parachute. The next launch from Wallops Island is scheduled for August 14th.